Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys have all been doing well and hope you guys have not forgotten about me because it's been about a week since I last uploaded a video on this channel. A little piece of dust right here. So I recently got back from my trip in Austin and then I happened to make a last minute trip over to LA. That took a bit of time and I did post a few live streams while I was away on my trip, but right after I posted my last live stream, I actually got sick with a cold. So luckily it wasn't the Rona. I did catch just a common cold, but for some reason this cold was kicking my butt. Ever since I was a kid, I used to always get sick at least once a year, and this just happened to be it. I think it was from the lack of sleep and just going out and actually traveling. It was just not a good feeling. So by the time I got back to Maryland and I got set up in my office, I could not record. I could not do much. Today is the first day where I feel well enough to actually record a video, and I didn't want to take any more days off because we are finally in Q4. All the things that we've been talking about on our channel have been coming to fruition. So for any of our OG Jungie viewers, anyone who's been following this channel, I hope you guys are enjoying a lot of your gains because we've been seeing a ton of altcoins that have been on our watch list doing very well, and we've been seeing Bitcoin getting close to its previous all-time high. Right now, we're going to see if we can break $60,000. Then we have the all-time high, and after that should be a straight shot to $70,000 to $75,000, but we do still have a little bit ways to go before we even get to our final destination. So a lot of interesting stuff has been happening in the past few weeks, and even today, I had to spend the entire day today just getting caught up with everything going on in the crypto world. So there's definitely no way I can recap everything into this one video right here. What I'm going to end up doing is splitting a lot of the information up into different days throughout the week. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys stay up to date with a lot of key information. I'm going to be coming out with an additional video this week as well with regards to some very critical, important dates to know about for the month of October going into November, so you can better plan out whether you're trying to buy or make some sells, trying to time the top. And we'll be going over exactly what you need to know for that as well. Now, I do feel bad for taking a few weeks off. In order to make this up, I actually thought of something a little interesting. People don't really do too many giveaways over in the finance niche, and I think it's a great idea for me to give back to you guys as well. So in order to make up for those lost times, I will be giving away some iPhone 13s. I'm going to be prioritizing members in our Discord first for that, and I'm also going to be giving away some additional iPhones on the public YouTube channel as well. In order to qualify for that, all you have to do is just follow me over on Instagram, and I'll be announcing some winners very, very soon. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Link for that is down below in the description. With all that being said, you guys, let's hop into the computer. Drop a like if you guys appreciate the return of B Jungie. All right, ladies and gents. So first of all, the global crypto market cap for today sitting at $2.31 trillion, or a 1.40% increase in the last 24 hours. Because this is more of a recap video, let's take a look at the overall total crypto market cap growth that we've seen, at least in the last month. And you'll notice that it's been pretty solid going into the month of October. So we've been having some tremendous growth with money reaccumulating back into cryptocurrency. And most importantly, we've actually been seeing Bitcoin performing extremely well. So very rarely do you see Bitcoin holding these type of numbers and still having a stronger growth than most altcoins. What's really interesting about the market right now is that altcoins haven't really gone too parabolic in comparison to the amount of growth that Bitcoin has experienced within the past few weeks. Now, there is an explanation for this, and I'm going to be breaking it down towards the end of the video, so make sure you guys watch this all the way till the end. So according to the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index for today, this is pretty much an analysis tool that we use to gauge the overall sentiment that your average investor is feeling about the state of the crypto market, and we are still seeing a lot of greed because of the recent growth that we've been experiencing in the crypto market over the past 2 weeks. Now, don't forget, just last month, people were afraid and people were freaking out. And that's actually when I made a majority of my buys. If you guys are within our Discord, you'll know that within a specific window of time, that's when I pretty much went ham on a lot of the purchases and reinvesting back into crypto. I'm getting a lot of people reaching out to me, asking me, Brian, is it too late to invest in crypto now? Should I be now going back into it? I don't think it's ever too late to be investing into crypto, especially when you understand the fundamentals and the utilities behind where the crypto market is going with Web3 developments, the NFT market, and really with the value of the US dollar and where we are with current inflation rates. I still see cryptocurrency being much more than just a speculative investment. This is going to be huge. This is going to be game changing. And if we take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index over time, even in the last 3 months, This is really where I amped up a lot of my buying. And if you guys do want to have a gauge on when you should be buying, when you should be selling, I think the Crypto Fear and Greed Index measurement is one of the best analysis tools for any beginners looking to make money in the crypto game. Now, in terms of some expected prices for Bitcoin, I really like this analysis that shares the same scenario that we saw on July 20th to July 30th, which resulted in about a 45% heavy pump. So according to this analysis, worst case scenario is we see a 15% correction where Bitcoin slides near $51,000. The support level of $40,000 has been insanely strong over the past few weeks. And if we do go to a much better upside, we could see Bitcoin breaking past $60,000 and even approaching $70,000 very soon. Now, for any of our very good looking and attractive Jungie viewers of this channel, I want you guys to be very prepared for any type of upside we may experience. So a lot of new investors get into the crypto scene, they start making some money, they don't know when to sell. When you are in this situation, you got to think during times where Bitcoin is stabilizing and we aren't seeing absolute parabolic movement at the moment. This is when you want to reflect and realize when we do have Bitcoin and the crypto markets going absolutely nuts again, do you know when you're going to sell your position? And if you don't, you really got to think about that and make sure that you have a number in place just so you don't wing it and then get overly greedy. When it comes to investing, it's often called investing into personal finance because it's personal. It's not this one size fits all type of shoe for everyone. Find out how much money you're comfortable making and don't get overly greedy in this market, just in case the bull run happens to be a lot shorter than many people anticipate. So anytime we see greed in the market and people are making a ton of money, I always want to emphasize, at least on this channel, don't be afraid to take out profits. And then when you see the price of Bitcoin continuing to go up, don't beat yourself up for realizing the amount of money off your investments too. But just make sure that you at least have some type of solid game plan moving into this fourth quarter. Now, aside from that little heads up, the biggest winner so far for today is going to be Perp. It's going to be Shiba Inu and Phantom. I do also need to mention that with Shiba Inu, I definitely did not expect this type of surge at all. Doing a little bit more research, the reason why Shiba Inu started to pump was for a few reasons. Now, I personally believe that Shiba Inu started to have its pump many weeks ago when it first got listed onto Coinbase. We covered that pretty in depth on this channel, but I believe that was one of the first catalysts. And then we had a different variety of momentum moves that have happened with this cryptocurrency. Now, first of all, there are some investors that believe that Elon Musk's Shiba Inu puppy tweet actually sparked the pump of that cryptocurrency as well. I personally believe, more in the case of this article here, that the result of Shiba Inu starting to make a lot of movement was because of the whales. According to this article, they state data from blockchain data firm Sentiment shows that the number of SHIB transactions worth more than $1 million has been going up dramatically along with the price rally. A wallet tracking Twitter account also captured a whale purchase of more than 6 trillion SHIB on September 30th, just a few days ahead of the skyrocketing price move. Now, on top of that, we've been getting a ton of retail investors pouring their money into Shiba Inu. I've been seeing a ton of smaller crypto channels now shilling the crap out of Shiba Inu, and it seems like this always happens whenever Bitcoin actually has a gigantic move. So I think it was really just a combination of everything. Coinbase, then Elon Musk's tweet, and then the whales buying in, and then the momentum of Bitcoin actually doing well brought up the rise of Shiba Inu. And then naturally, any retail investor who's been hungry in order to get in some type of action, just because AMC, GME, Dogecoin, and a lot of the other alternative investments that got a lot of hype this year seem to have died down. People want to find that next new potential big thing that could make them a lot of money. And I think Shiba Inu was the perfect spotlight for that. Now, you'll see that in the past month, they've been experiencing definitely some tremendous growth. But for me personally, I am still not interested in investing into this asset. What I've mentioned before on my channel is this: I would not be YOLOing your entire portfolio, or at least having a majority of it into cryptocurrencies just like this that don't hold real utility. But if you do want to place a small 5 to 10 or even 15% of your entire entire asset just to get a little bit of this game and realize that you are putting your money into a high risk gamble, in my opinion, then you can feel free to do that. So at least you can get rid of some of that FOMO in your life, just in case you hear Billy Bob Joe or one of your coworkers down the street yelling in your face that he made an extra $1,000 from investing into Shiba. At this particular moment, just seeing even the graph right now, I'm not interested at all in investing into this asset here. It doesn't mean it's not going to go up any higher, but for me personally, I just know that there are many other cryptocurrencies that have actual plans coming up in terms of integrations and having real world use. So this is going to be a no from your boy Brian Jung, but do your own research and see if you want to have a part of that movement as well. Now, before I talk about some additional crypto news and headlines, we got to talk about Cardano, because over the past month, Cardano has not been doing well. Coming down from its last 1 month all-time high of $2.72 all the way down to $2.16, and not seeing too much movement and just a volume of $191 million traded in the last 24 hours. Now, while it seems like a lot of attention and eyeballs are going towards Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, and many other cryptocurrencies listed on the market, I do want to give reiteration to at least the price prediction that I've had for Cardano. If Bitcoin continues its bull run, which many people are still anticipating, I myself included, I can definitely see Cardano reamping their growth. Now, when it comes to making the most amount of money, at least in this market, I think the answer is simple. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then a ton of other altcoins. Altcoins have always been proven to rip up much higher, especially once accumulation starts happening with Bitcoin. The Bitcoin dominance starts to go back down, pouring money back into altcoins, which I expect to happen as well in this year. So altcoins have another parabolic run. What I then expect to happen is positions like Cardano and Ethereum also increasing back up in price. Now, although the last month has not been exciting, I know that Cardano is still working diligently with their community. And one of the reasons why it has not been moving is because a lot of their expectations for release dates and pretty much a lot of the projects that were announced at the Cardano Summit have not fully started their sprints. So you have to realize with certain cryptocurrencies, you just need to be patient. If we look at the 1 year for Cardano, you'll notice that it had long moments of price going down, people forgetting about it. But you have to realize, even within this past year, the amount of growth that this altcoin experienced is tremendous, especially if you compare it to the likes of Ethereum, which is still one of its top competitors. Okay, in terms of some major headlines that you should know about, someone went ahead and bought $1.6 billion in Bitcoin on Wednesday. That's a lot of money. Let's talk about why this happened and what this means for the market. So first of all, to put it in perspective, because Bitcoin is the #1 cryptocurrency, you have to realize that that accounts for roughly 4.5% of the average daily volume in the Bitcoin spot market over the past 2 months. With a buy that significant, we actually saw the price of Bitcoin spiking up 5% to roughly $55,000, and that is this large green candle that you see here. Now, what's interesting about this is even if this is from a large company, just as an example, in comparison, MicroStrategy went ahead and purchased a fraction of that, $450 million in Bitcoin, and the company went ahead and did that over Coinbase in a span of 5 months, not 5 minutes. Now, this actually happened during a similar time where Gensler went ahead and reiterated support for futures-based Bitcoin ETFs. So for anyone new to the crypto scene, the ETF dates, or anytime we can get an established word on confirmation of ETF approvals, this is going to be one of the most pivotal moments in the crypto industry. Granted, some people are claiming that's going to call the top of it, and other people are claiming that if we do get ETF approval, that's going to start the next super cycle for Bitcoin. I personally am more on the bullish side of it. But if you do think that we could approach the top based on this type of news that we've seen evident before in the last cycle, then definitely make sure that you have your cryptocurrency ready to sell, just so you don't get left holding the bag in case we do see a major correction. But we are getting a lot more word on ETFs, and I want to talk a little bit more about that in this episode here. So with regards to ETFs, we're getting additional word on confirmation for deadline dates approaching the end of October. So this is any other company or institution or fund that has applied for a crypto-related ETF to get clear confirmation from the SEC that it is green-lighted, it is ready to go, and it's going to be approved. So just yesterday, the SEC went ahead and approved Volt Equity's crypto stock ETF. Now, this is a fund that seemed to have been much more low-key. They actually had 4 other ETFs. So out of the 4 ETFs that Volt went ahead and launched at the end of last year's December, we actually saw only one of them coming out in the green. Now, upon doing more further research on this company, I actually like the landscape of their team. So this is actually led by Tad Park, and he recently had an interview over with Yahoo Finance, actually with CoinDesk, stating pretty much what he had to go through in order to get this ETF approved. So Tad Park here, another fellow Korean, I believe, he actually stated how it was a much more rigorous process. I do like his personality in this because he was talking about how he doesn't want to come out with further ETFs in the future, and he doesn't want to bash on the process that he had to go through in this interview here. So that's why he's going to be a little bit more conservative with it. But based on what he's been saying, it looks like it took a very long time for this to get approved in comparison to most ETFs, which get approval in about 3 months. Tad Park also clarified why they are invested into 80% Bitcoin companies and then 20% stock related companies. The other 20% of the companies that they invested in is going to be Tesla, Twitter, and Square. These are 3 companies that we talk about a lot on our channel just because they have a huge part in the overall crypto space, mainly due to their CEOs and founders, Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, who are huge advocates of cryptocurrency. Now, because Mr. Park here wanted to include these companies in the overall ETF because they do have pivotal positions in the development of cryptocurrency, the SEC just declared that they would be regular stock traded companies, while the remaining 80% are heavily publicly traded Bitcoin related companies like MicroStrategy or even Marathon Digital. Now, trying to get more information about the release date for this particular ETF, all we know is that it's coming soon. And the reason why we don't have a specific key date is because Mr. Park stated in that interview that market makers have not been ready for this new launch of an ETF, and it kind of just came about them before they even knew it. So once they get word from their market maker on the release of when they can publish this ETF, that's when it's going to go ahead and be live. Now, I'm personally really excited for the release of this ETF right here. And you have to realize this is going to open a lot of accessibility for blue chip or mainstream or more developed hedge fund investments and banks to start having some additional positions into cryptocurrency. And if we can continue to see those companies listed under the ticker symbol BTCR or Volt ETF for Bitcoin, and they start all doing well too, I just think it's going to be a signal for another great year for cryptocurrency, just seeing the power of institutional and retail demand from the stock market side going into cryptocurrency as well. It's kind of think of like the Fusion, Goku, Vegeta, Naruto, and the Nine-Tailed Fox. Now, on top of that, the crypto funds went ahead and doubled their weekly inflows. So this arose from $156 million to $225 million, the highest in 5 months. So the reason why we're seeing a huge number is not just coming from retail investors. We're seeing a lot of those institutions or those Bitcoin focused funds now putting additional money into the market. You would imagine that they would not be putting into the market if they think the market would go down in the next few months, especially with the state of where crypto is at right now. But based on this news, you can get a better idea that many institutions are preparing to onboard now. And this is going to be another signal for a great end of the year. Now, why are large funds finally deciding to buy in pretty much near the previous all-time high and not during the previous dips? Well, that's because if you guys missed it, last week, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler also went ahead and said he has no plans to ban crypto, but it's going to be up to Congress. Now, this headline right here, the SEC won't ban cryptocurrency in the US, was actually one of the most bullish signals that we received before having this huge spike in the market. In this article, they state the congressman began by stating China has been on a warpath against cryptocurrencies, it seems, since 2013. We've seen them implement bans on mining, ICOs, cryptocurrency exchanges, and their most recent move, an outright ban on cryptocurrencies themselves. Congressman Bud asked Chairman, do you support what China has done? And is the SEC planning on implementing similar bans? Gensler replied, I'm familiar with a number of the things that you mentioned in terms of the People's Republic of China. I think our approach is really quite quite different. Now, hopefully you guys went ahead and enjoyed today's episode. It is Q4. It is grind time. Your boy's going to be coming out with some more consistent uploads as well, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have not yet liked this video, make sure you guys do that. And one thing that we always do on our channel is to comment down below a secret end phrase word, which helps with the algorithm and helps me to interact more with you all. So the end phrase word for this video, it's going to be eraser. Comment that down below if you guys made it all the way till the end. Like always, don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. You can pick up 2 free stocks with Webull, where you can trade both stocks and crypto using their platform. You can also check out BlockFi, where you can earn additional interest on your cryptocurrency using my link as well. And then I have a VPN service, Surfshark. I've been a partner with them for this past year, and I've been loving it. My people have been loving it, and you get a special discount code if you use my link down below as well. 83% off and 3 months free. Not too shabby at all. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram if you want to participate in that giveaway that we have upcoming very soon. Thank you all so much again for watching today's video. I freaking missed y'all. I am still a little congested, a little nasally, so hopefully y'all can, maybe y'all don't even notice it because I got the Shure mic up in here. But thank you all so much again for watching this video. And until next time, peace out.